The Chinese Communist Party's CCP mouthpiece Global Times recently raised the issue of Indian Navy warships operating in the South China Sea in an article titled "Is South China Sea Card Useful to New Delhi?" This was in response to reports in the Indian media that India had stealthily deployed a warship in the South China Sea soon after the Galwan clashes on the 15th of June. Global Times editor Hu Zaijian, adrift on a sea of hyperbole, provided a shrill preface to the article, asking readers how to interpret these Indian moves. Is New Delhi playing a so-called South China Sea card to pressure China? The views of experts were thereafter laid out as a message to India and its navy. The article makes interesting observations and indicates that CCP is rattled and is cognizant of its soft maritime underbelly. The article highlights Indian warships' contact with its U.S. counterparts over secure communication systems and interprets this as India's eagerness to give an impression that India and U.S. are allies in the South China Sea and Indian Ocean regions. India has friendly relations with the global comity of nations, and especially with China's immediate neighbors. India has also fostered strong partnerships with the top economies of the world, except for China. Engagement and exchange of pleasantries between warships of friendly countries on the high seas should not be viewed by Global Times as India developing allies against the CCP, rather it should be viewed as India's acceptability to most nations of the world, excluding China and Pakistan. The ongoing situation in the Indian Union territory of Ladakh has been described as a border dispute. However, India stands firm in its resolve that the situation is another manifestation of CCP's misplaced sense of territorial irredentism. India has no use for distracting the CCP as stated in the article. Rather, it is to be expected that the government of the day would utilize all instruments of national power to restore status quo ante. Naive arguments about an India-US axis against the CCP Navy in South China Sea is also a reflection of CCP's vulnerabilities at sea. The coincidence of the Indian media report just days after the overhyped test of the DF-21 and DF-26 missiles by the CCP rocket force seems to have visibly upset Global Times and its benefactors. While 2020 has been a rough year for the whole world due to the Wuhan virus, CCP has utilized this period to further its claim on Japanese Senkaku Islands, regularly violate South Korean and Taiwanese airspace using fighters, bombers and reconnaissance aircraft, attack Vietnamese fishing boats in the South China Sea, pressurize Indonesia, Philippines and Malaysia in the South China Sea with exaggerated claims, carry out targeted cyber attacks against Australia, claim the Russian city of Vladivostok, usurp large tracts of land in Nepal, claim the Saktang Sanctuary in Bhutan, and now nearly half of Tajikistan.